Hello chaps. Two things that don't get mentioned very much in the self-help books, but that you absolutely need if you're going to be successful or have any degree of efficiency in your life, really. And those are ruthlessness and clarity of purpose, okay? So let's go through them briefly, one by one. Let's start with clarity of purpose. So you need to know what you want. And this gets talked about quite a lot, actually, so I'm not really bringing anything hugely earth-shattering to the party here, but you need to know what you want. And that is much easier said than done, because I know for myself, you can have a very vague idea of what you want. You can think, well, I want to date more, or I want to make more money, or I want to live abroad or whatever. But unless and until you get specific about those things, then you don't really know what you're shooting for. And in my opinion, really it becomes a process of subtraction and elimination. You need to be identifying the things actually that you don't want, first of all. Identifying the things that you don't want, and from there, figuring out, okay, so what are the things that I do want? And then once you know the things that you do want, and you're very clear on that, then you're ready to proceed forward. Okay, and then the next thing you need, and this is the key really, is that you need a degree of ruthlessness, I'm afraid. And for all of us recovering nice guys out there, myself included, this is the difficult part, okay? You need to have a degree of ruthlessness, both in your dating life, for sure, but also in your social life and your business life as well, okay? And what do I mean by ruthlessness? Well, basically, I mean, you've got to just be prepared to cut out people and things and energies and situations that do not serve you in getting closer towards point number one, which is what you actually want. Okay, so once you've identified what you actually want, then you look at every facet in your life. You look at every relationship, you look at the people you're hanging out with, you look at the way you're spending your time, maybe you look at the country you're in, the friends that you have, whatever. You look at all of that stuff, and then you say, okay, so is this thing serving me in terms of getting towards that purpose or not? And if it's not, then really it has to go. And that can be painful, and it can be difficult, and it can lead to some awkward conversations. But ultimately, it's just the way it is, really. When we think about big organisations or governments that will do anything that they need to do in order to achieve their ends, often those entities or those people are very, very ruthless. And I think ruthlessness, while it can be deemed a somewhat negative quality, it doesn't sound very nice, does it? It doesn't sound very polite or friendly to be ruthless. But I think ultimately it is essential if you're going to get the things that you want. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be a complete arsehole. It doesn't mean that you have to be nasty when you're doing it, but it does mean that you need to be prepared to clear out the dead wood, as it were, and just make sure that everything's aligned. Just make sure that whatever it is that you want, that all of the entities in your life are organised in such a way that will help you get there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, do give me a comment underneath, do subscribe to the channel, get on my email newsletter, link below, and grab my books about dating, mindset, and the modern dating marketplace, Renegade Dating Blueprint. Again, the link is below. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.